Hey everybody, welcome to day number 7. We also have another very late night tonight, so it is what it is. We're making these things happen for you guys, and we hope that you guys are enjoying them. We're enjoying making them, and we're definitely finding out that we enjoy German beers.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's been really exciting and fun.
Right. But now, I mean, years ago, all I was drinking was lagers, but now it seems like ales. Now it seems like recently I've been drinking lagers. So the timing is just great to try the German beers because the pilsners and everything are so much lighter. I think I prefer not that heavy feel. So
I did want to mention, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please go hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. That's super helpful for us and just getting our videos out there. And we would love your support. So
yeah, and remember, if you do that, only good things will happen to you.
only good things. So on to our beer.
All right, let's do day 7.
Yeah.
Over here in the upper left-hand corner. Yeah, I peaked already, but I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
This numbering does not make
It doesn't make any sense on how they came up with this numbering method. Leave it to the Germans. Reinvent the wheel.
Yep. Look at me not helping this time.
Once it gets shifted down,
Yeah.
then it just... I can't seem to...
Ooh, this is a fun looking can. It's like a party can.
Alright, look at that.
Wow. Okay.
So, this is Uberquell. It's from Germany, obviously. But I don't think it's Bavarian.
Okay. Yeah, because a bunch of the beers that we've been having, the first few were Bavarian beers.
Right. So, I think this one's in Hamburg.
What a funky little bottle. Kind of cool.
Yeah, so this is not Bavarian. So this is Uberquell's Bamboo, which is a Pilsner. Now, it says brewed in Hamburg, St. Pauli district. Okay, that's great. I didn't have to look at the phone for that. This is a Pilsner, but it's got 38 IBUs.
Wow.
So it's going to be a little bit hoppier than your standard Pilsner. At least the standard ones that I've drinking. So let's give this a shot. And
A really cool thing about this, and I hope you guys have seen it in the description section of our videos, is that the company has put out their own YouTube videos of random people like me and Tom that are trying their beers, but they're some of them are American that live in Germany, some of them are native to the area, some of them are Austrian, all sorts of different backgrounds. So it's been kind of cool. They also have an app that gives you all the information about the beer too. So we've just been able to look up a lot of really great information that's been super helpful to us with learning about the beers.
so I watched a little beer thing today. A little thing about how to pour your beers. Most people pour their beers like you've been seeing me do for the last 4 days, like that, minimizing the head. This guy showed that if you actually pour the beer this way and you develop that head, what happens is if you now try to froth the beer up and get that head developed, it won't. And what happens is if you do it on an unpoured, how do I say this? If you don't get the big head and you leave it unfrothed, I guess you would say, when you drink it, that happens in your stomach. And then that's what kind of creates that bloated feeling when you pour your beer without a head. But he said, just pour it in, let it foam up, let it take time, and like this.
Okay.
And then when you drink it, it won't foam up in your stomach as much, giving you that bloated feeling. So I'm gonna give that a shot.
Yeah.
And see how things go with my belly. With that being said, oh, that's fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely fruity.
Yeah.
sweet honey?
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's something really sweet in there.
Right. So I'm not getting any hops, even though it's got 38 IBUs. So
It does smell like honey.
that's why I said it.
We're smart, guys. We're smart.
So yeah, no, definitely a straw colored. Doesn't I don't know if it's unfiltered or not, but it's definitely cloudy.
Yeah, I don't see like particles or anything.
No, because even if you do wheat and it's filtered, it sometimes leaves that haziness in there.
Okay.
So even if you filter wheat beer, it's not going to be crisp and clean like if you use grain or something like that.
Yeah.
Like some of the German grains, you can get them really nice and crisp and clean and clear. Whereas this might have a little bit of wheat in there. I don't know. I'm just speculating on why it would be hazy, but it doesn't look like it's unfiltered. Which I don't know. I'd be able to find anything on the can. I don't see anything.
I think we need to take a drink.
Oh, someone's alright. Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
It doesn't taste like it smells.
It's more bitter,
Yeah.
like an IPA, but not like a super heavy IPA, like a light IPA because it is a pilsner. But
Pretty bitter though.
yeah, you got a definite bitter finish.
It
but
smells like honey. It smells sweet,
yeah.
but it doesn't taste like sweet. You don't have a sweetness on it. Maybe at the very end. Actually, more like the front of your tongue as it goes down, like where it settles, kind of.
Oh, this would make like the IPA drinkers happy. Because this is definitely gonna have that bitter note. It travels right through it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's I'll say bitter good, not bitter bad. But it's interesting though, because your palate can interpret the bitterness differently depending on the foods you're eating. I did a fast one year, and so I was cutting out all sugars and stuff like that. And typically I didn't like Lagunitas beer because it was just too bitter for me.
Yeah.
But because I hadn't had sugar in my body for, a month or 40 days or whatever it was that we did, when I drank the beer, that was the first beer I had after coming off the fast, and it was absolutely amazing. So depriving myself of sugar for 40 days changed the palate to where I could then tolerate that bitter beer.
Yeah.
So now I look at the bitterness differently now, so it's not like a yuck thing that I used to get, even though, I do eat sugar. It's not that I pour sugar in, I don't put sugar or anything, but there's sugar in sodas and stuff like that.
I was thinking about the elf when he's putting all the stuff on his
syrup and sugar and candy on his
that's how we eat our spaghetti.
No. Yeah. I kind of like it. I mean, yeah, it's not.
To be honest, for me, I'm not a fan. But only because of bitterness. I don't like the bitterness. I think if you were to pair this with certain food, I would not drink this alone. Like, I would not be like, I'm gonna go grab myself a can of this and drink it.
But the other beers she'd drink in a closet all by herself.
I would. Totally would.
I would drink alone.
I'm gonna go drink in the garage in a corner. I think if you were to pair this with something though, like
sugar
and spaghetti.
Chocolate cake.
Oh, that tastes horrible with this, I think.
No, I mean,
I just don't know how to describe it.
Oh, this would be great with fish and chips.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, that would be great with fish and chips. I like me a good fish and chips.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse when you go to a restaurant, you try their fish and chips, and like one side of the fish is soggy.
Yeah.
So when it's crispy on both sides and it's not dripping in there, it's like, oh, okay, they did it right.
Yeah.
And then they give you that little 1.5 cup of tartar sauce, and you're like, what are you doing? I need a bucket of like tartar sauce.
I think it's funny because you and I have different like staples that we try at restaurants just to see like what the restaurant's good.
Yeah.
Like mine is the Caesar salad.
No, I do that too.
You do. I'm saying like fish and chips is like your thing that you'll try at a restaurant.
But not to prove the restaurant.
No, I'm not saying prove the restaurant.
But that's why we do the Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're talking about is we'll go to like a nice restaurant, and we'll kind of, like if we're ordering like a nice steak or something and get the Caesar salad, you can kind of gauge the quality of the restaurant by the colors of the Caesar salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is going to be, it seems like the more anchovy paste that's in the Caesar salad, the better the restaurant is.
Very much so, yeah.
It's like they're not trying to appease anybody. They're trying to give you that.
Yeah.
Which I think
we've had some good Caesar salads. Yeah.
Not necessarily big when they leave the anchovy strips on it. I could do without that, but more anchovy paste, definitely a good deal.
And I can do without when they like. It looks like they slapped like this like whole side of like romaine with like the head on it.
No, we don't like the whole head.
Yeah.
Romaine lettuce, like they're trying to be artsy.
Yeah, no.
Where they've cut a romaine lettuce head in half, like a cup, like a what's that when they do the half iceberg sauce? What's that called?
Is that a cup? No, it's not a cup.
Right, but it's like half. And they put the toppings on it, and you're like,
I hate it.
What? I have to cut it too?
No. Cut my salad for me.
Yeah.
So I'm paying.
It's hard enough to eat salad and look good. Well, instead of giving you a whole freaking head of lettuce, you have to work through it on your own.
We digress, guys. We digress.
No. That's what it's all about, right? But yeah, no. When you go to a nice steak restaurant, and you get a good steak, you want a good salad to start off with.
For sure.
Forget the dessert.
Well, guys,
I guess we're done.
We're done.
God bless you all.
I gotta go to sleep. Thank you. Oh, he's stealing my beer.
She is not drinking.
I'm not gonna drink it. It's okay. Good night, you guys.
I think when the camera's off, you guys will understand that I drink most of this.
Pretty much. Bye, you guys.
God bless again. Have a good night.